So first, let's define coaching. Creating new possibilities, facilitating positive growth. Now let's say that's your mindset. That's how we're defining it. And I just want to make sure everybody's clear what a mindset is. It's ideas and attitudes with which a person approaches a situation. So be aware of yourself, how you're feeling, what your attitude is when you approach a coaching conversation, right? And how are you approaching that? So we're going to do that later on, but keep it in the back of your head right now. Now I'm going to tell you to go out and coach. How does that make you feel? How does this definition of coaching now change your mindset? Oh, you've got positive expectations now. Exactly. So now it changes your mindset, right? Now you're thinking on a more positive way about coaching.
We're doing observations, and some people would think that we're trying to catch them out, whereas we're not. We're just looking for opportunity to coach them on.
Exactly.
So I think that stands out to me.
So if you change that to be coaching to positive 5 times more often than you coach to an opportunity, wow. So now when we say, hey, we got to have a coaching conversation, you're like, all right, what am I doing right? Cool. She loves me. So let's look at the first mindset. I am accountable and curious about everything. What does that mean? I'm accountable. Why should we have a mindset of being accountable when we're coaching? I heard somebody say because we have ownership. Yeah, because we own it. And what about curiosity? What do you think about that? Curious. Why should you be curious when you're coaching?
Open-minded to explore new ideas.
That's right. Now I've got an open mind and I'm thinking about everything a little bit differently, right? So now I'm curious. When I went through this session with the brand a few months ago, the facilitator was talking about, she used to work for McDonald's, and they have a process of making hamburgers, and you start with a bun and you put the burger on top, and then you put 3 pickles, not 4, not 5, 3, and then you put 1 squirt of mustard, not 2, 1 squirt of mustard, you cover it, you wrap it, done. So there's a new associate, and she trained him, and he knew how to make a hamburger at McDonald's, and he did a great job. And then a couple days later, she's walking by, she noticed that he's doing 2 squirts of mustard. She's like, no, remember your training? 3 pickles, 1 squirt of mustard, wrap it. Because we know that our customers like that better, okay? So a couple days later, guess what he was doing? 2 squirts of mustard. And she thought, now, wait a second. We just had a conversation about that. 1 squirt of mustard, not 2. And he's back doing 2. So she said, we went through this, and I'm just curious. Why are we still back to 2 squirts of mustard? And he said, I love mustard, and I'm trying to make this the best hamburger for my customers. So if you understand what people are thinking, it makes sense, right? So be curious about it. You have to create an openness to change. The more trust and rapport you have, the more influence you have, right? If you have good trust and rapport with your associates, they're more likely to listen to you. We own it if we create it. So if I'm an associate or I'm a store manager and I'm an area manager, if I co-create the solution, I own it. It's mine. The next mindset, the one you liked. Catch them doing something right more often than you catch them doing something wrong to fuel growth. More often is positive coaching about what they're doing right, then they're more open to listening to you when you want something changed. If you recognize good performance, good behaviors, good attitudes, you get more of it. What if you changed your mindset and you said, I'm going to practice positive coaching 5 times more often than coaching to an opportunity. How does that feel now? Yeah, okay, good. What's it going to take for you to do that? Because now your mindset, that's right, Steve's pointing to his head. Your mindset, it's how you think about it, right? Now I've got to think about how I'm going to coach to positive more often than coaching to an opportunity. So what else happens? Let's say you tell me, you give me a good job card, I'm in the store and I'm doing fragrance fittings right and left. What else is going to happen because I got the recognition in my store on doing fragrance fittings and selling lots of EDPs? What else is going to happen in the store? Everybody else is going to want to do it, right? Because they saw that I got a great pat on the back. So Nadia's going to start doing fragrance fittings now because look what Cindy's getting. Okay, I didn't get anything, so I better start doing them too. So everybody wants to start doing the same thing. It's contagious. So the next skill set is ask solution-focused questions. And the best way to explain that, the most effective coaches who really grow people in performance ask a lot of questions, but they ask solution-focused questions instead of problem-focused questions. In many coaching conversations, the focus is on the problem, not the solution. Why is conversion so low in your store? That's a problem, right? Now you're focusing on a problem. And what is my reaction going to be? Defensive. That's right. I'm going to get that threat. My eyes are going to get really big, and I'm going to go, oh my gosh, I don't know, right? Everything shuts down. Everything, problem solving, I can't solve, I just don't know. I don't know, no idea. I quit, right? I'm done.
Blame all the customers aren't coming.
They're not coming in, right? Versus, what if we said, what can you do differently in your store to increase conversion? The ability to recognize and understand the situation, feelings, and motives of others. Listen with empathy. Now, if I'm sitting at my computer and Donna's talking to me, am I listening with empathy? No. If I'm facing her and my body language and I'm looking her in the face and I'm listening and responding to her and repeating what she's saying, that's listening with empathy, okay? The best thing that I can tell you to do is practice. Now, it's easy to do coaching to what's going right? That's easy. So practice it 5 times more often. So you should be doing it all the time. You should get really good at it. So you connect with permission, you open with questions and observations, you assess what's working and growth areas, you create a path for action and accountability, and you honor their contribution.